Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh Shai.
Barakatah Yahweh Shai.
Double honor to the apostles and the elders. Salutations to you sincere brothers teaching in truth and in sincerity.
I'm on Yashimaf to my right.
Abagya.
Alright, and GMS Mississippi. We're just going to a topic going into, putting your emotion to the side in the truth, man. In the cares of this life, man. Because when you come into the truth, alright, you come into leading a hard life, man. Where hard decisions gonna have to be made. Alright, you don't look at things the way you did when you was in the world, man. Because you come to find out that all this is vanity, man. All this gonna pass away, man. We look on things above, man. Which is the kingdom, man. We're gonna go straight to the scripture.
1 Corinthians 7:29. But this I say, brethren, the time is short, it remaineth that both they that have wives be as though they had none.
So Paul is telling on the church of Corinth, those that be with wives be as though you had none. And not saying that you just completely put your wife to the side, just put her away. But when you doing this work, man, it's gonna be sometimes like you ain't got no wife, man, because you're dedicated to doing this work, man, and you can't be emotional about it, man. And if she don't understand it, she can leave, man. We can't hold her hostage, But at the same time, if she's willing to dwell with you, you supposed to seek not to be loose. But when you doing this work, man, when you might get off work and you might come home, you might start watching current events, on YouTube. Then you probably watch a few videos, then you'll read, and then you might do you a video. And by that time, next thing you know, it's 9 o'clock. It's time to go to sleep, or 10 o'clock or whatever. And you haven't really spent no time with your wife, man. Some days be like that, man. So sometimes it's gonna be like you ain't got no wife, man, when you in the truth, man.
Verse 30. And they that weep as though they wept not, and they that rejoice as though they rejoice not, and they that buy as though they possess not.
Man. When I first reading this scripture, I was kind of pondering on it. But then you can see he give you two different extremes. He said they that weep as though they weep not, and they that rejoice as they rejoice not, man. So what he's saying in a nutshell is put away your emotions, man. Alright, because weeping and rejoicing is two extremes. So he's saying weeping and rejoicing, and everything in between it, man, you got to put away your emotions, man. Because you gotta say you're gonna have to make some hard decisions, man. You're gonna have to miss some birthday parties and your Christmas celebration and a few family reunions, man. Because you have to do this work, man. This is what you were born to do, man. No matter what you were before you came into this thing, know how great you was or what stature you had in your prior life, man. You putting all that to the side, man. And now your whole purpose is to do the work of Yahweh Shemel Shai, man.
That's right. I got a quick one for you.
Go ahead.
A 2 Ezra 14:14. Let go from thee mortal thoughts.
Let go of thee from mortal thoughts, man. Because when you think about these things on this earth, like what my wife or what my mama or my auntie, what's gonna happen to them when all hell break loose. Now saying that it sound harsh, but those are mortal thoughts, man. That'll have you weak, man. Because at the end of the day, alright, that's why Paul put that in there, man. For our comfort, all Israel gonna be saved. So at the end of the day, you gonna see your people again, man. It's not over with, man. See, they say we teach hate, but the plantation Christianity, they'll tell you that person is going to hell and gonna burn forever, man. So which one is more hateful, man? That quick death of mercy was really mercy and really out of love. Like the brother always talk about in that movie on Dead President, man. When that old boy got killed, he said, now you good, man. So all these people, when you see people because we finna see a lot of death, massive death, man. People people you grew up with, alright, they gonna get put to death, man. But you can't put those mortal thoughts putting so much into that, man, because it's got to happen, man.
Cast away the burdens of man, put off now the weak nature.
The weak nature, man. You got to put that weak nature off, the burdens of man. All right, you can't worry about what's gonna happen, man. You gotta put your faith in Yahweh by Shema Shai, man. He got it, planned out how he wanted, man. All right, according to your kids, your wife, your mother, your parents, your brother, your sister, he got it planned out to how he wanted, man. But at the end of the day, the kingdom of heaven, everything gonna be restored to its rightful place, man. It'll never be right on this side, man. That's why when you see you hear like a horse that's broke his leg or suffered an injury and is not useful no more and spends his every day in pain, you know what they'll say, put it out his misery. An animal or something that's suffering, got worms that can't get rid of it, that's suffering, you'll put out your misery, but that's really love, man. And most of our people are dead, the congregation of the dead, man. So when a lot of these people start getting put out their misery, we can't have those mortal thoughts, man. That weak nature, man.
Right. Can't be emotional, emotional connected, man. Because we know within the scriptures that you're not supposed to be, although you are engulfed in this flesh, but at the same time, like the brother said, through the spirit, you have to put everything in perspective, man. I got one more verse for you, bro. And set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste thee to flee from these times.
Put off the thoughts that are most heavy to you, man. Because like the brother said, you're engulfed in the flesh. You don't think about what's gonna be for all your kids and your family and the people that you do care about, man. But like the brother said, you can't be so emotionally attached to these things, man. Because all these things are vain, man. The Yahweh Shai himself said your brother, mother, and sister, father, and kid gonna betray you and deliver you up to be killed, man. So now we're not saying that all our mothers gonna do that, but some mothers gonna do that, man. So don't be so emotional attached, man. Really, like I said, man, this is a man's job, man. All right, this is man's work we doing, and men can't get emotional, especially during wartime, man. So we really, with your family, your friends, and your daily life, you really going through the motion, man. We still help our mama, on our mother and fathers. We still help our people when we can. We still try to even, sprinkle a little truth on them when we get a chance. But at the same time, you really going through the motion, man. All right, this ain't nothing to be so attached to. This ain't the time to try to have the best marriage ever, man. Right. This ain't the time to try to be the best son you can be ever, man. You got to be the best servant of Yahweh Shema Shai you can be, because that's all that's gonna count, man.
And they showed you that on 300. When Leonidas was about to leave, he didn't even tell her goodbye. He just looked at her real strongly, and then he walked off, man. One more verse. For yet greater evils than those which thou hast. I'll start over. Verse 16. For yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter.
Man. So, leading up to the return of Yahweh, man, it's gonna get worse and worse and worse, all the way up to that point, man. You might see one person that you love die, and then next thing you know, the whole neighborhood you from them got wiped out. He saw them sudden drones in the pocket nuke through there. So at the end of the day, man, it's gonna be a lot of stuff that you gonna see, man. But you gotta swallow it up and man up, man.
Verse 31, back in 1 Corinthians 7:31. And they that use this world as not abusing it, for the fashion of this world passeth away.
For the fashion of this world pass away, man. Like we were just saying, you use this world, man. You're really going through the motion. You use this world to get your daily bread and your raiment, your clothing, and your necessities that you need. But really, you doing that just so you can have the strength, to do this work, man. All right, the only work that matters, man. All right, because Noah and his sons and his wife were saved off the works of Noah, man. Because Yahweh Shem Al Shai was dealing with Noah, man. So he'll have mercy on your people, because he deemed you righteous, man. So you can't be engulfed in these worldly affairs like that, man.
What the second Ezra's. All right. And also that fashion is going into the manner of life. The way this system is set up with, at this time frame, man, all that shit is going to be over, man. So you can't be attached. If you abuse something, you're overly doing it, which makes you out of balance, which makes you out of sync.
Right.
All right. Second Ezra's 16 and 40. All right. You ready?
Yeah.
All right, Second Ezra 16 and 40. O my people, hear my word. Make you ready to thy battle, and in those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth.
Come, man. When this thing go down, man, you might be as pilgrims on the earth, man. Okay, so you're not gonna have time. You can't be you can't be cause you're gonna have to be on your A1 game as far as being aware, man. All right, every little step, every little move you make could be your last. So you can't be daydreaming about. I wonder what's going on with my mama right now. I wonder what situation my little brother in. I wonder this, I wonder that. You can't be in that mind frame, because we're gonna be as pilgrims, man. Some brothers gonna be as pilgrims, man. All right, on the move, man.
Verse 41. He that selleth, let him be as he that fleeth away, and he that buyeth as one that will lose.
Come, man. Ain't none of that stuff gonna matter, man.
Right.
When the dollar drop, martial law out here, man, ain't none of that stuff gonna matter, man. So why put so much emotional attachments to it, like the brother was saying, man? Ain't no sense of being emotional attached to your business, man. All right, like, damn, that dollar crash, man, my business, damn all that, man. That's why I say he that seller is one that suffer loss, man.
All right. Verse 42. He that occupieth merchandise as he that hath no profit by it, and he that buildeth as he that shall not dwell therein. Verse 43. He that soweth as if he should not reap, so also he that planteth the vineyard as he that shall not gather the grapes.
Man. So when it all go down, all those things that you're emotionally attached to, that you invested so much in, not gonna matter, man. So you might as well go ahead, start conditioning your mind not to be so emotionally attached to it, so it won't be as big of a blow. Because you have people that are so emotionally attached to other people, when they die, what they say, I feel like a piece of me had died. But we can't be like that, man.
Verse 44. They that marry as they that shall get no children, and they that marry not as the widowers.
Man. Go ahead.
Verse 45. And therefore they that labor in vain.
They labor in vain, man. So like we said, man, all this is vanity, man. At the end of the day, man, we gotta look forward to the kingdom, man. That's all we looking forward to, man. No matter how I play out on this side, man, we just got to make sure that we stay focused, stay sober minded, stay on point, man. And the truth gonna make you kind of cold hearted, man. You're not gonna be engulfed in anything that this world has to offer, man. No matter what it is, man.
Well, I got a quick one from him. Hey, Luke 23 and 29. For behold, the days are coming, in the which they shall say, blessed are the barren, and the wombs that never bear, and the paps which never gave suck.
And that's when, going back to 70 AD, when they had to flee, all right, through the mountains, through the wilderness, going from Jerusalem to the west coast of Africa, man. Right. So how much harder was that trip for those women who had 2 or 3 kids, a small kid, that they had to try to go through the wilderness and run from the Romans, as opposed to the woman who was barren, who probably looked at as a laughing stock because she couldn't have kids. How much easier was it for her? You know, it was just her and her husband, and they on the journey. Then you got a family of 8. All right, so in that day, man, it's not gonna be about all that, man. Because even if you do lose kids, you're gonna get them right back, man. One gonna become a great nation. You know, the small one come 1,000. You know, that's gonna happen, man. So why be so emotionally attached, man, to one child, man? The Lord killeth and maketh alive, man.
That's right.
You know?
That's right. Luke 9
and this going into an example of Yahushua. You know, this how he felt about the truth, man. Because when you read, you understand that you be like, dang, Yahushua kind of cold. You know, but that's how you got to be, man. No, and it's not out of hate or despise, man, but it's about the severity of what we doing, man. All right, spiritually, we're building up the house of Israel and the house of David, man. That elect, man. The house of righteousness, man. We ushering in a righteous kingdom through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai, and the wicked kingdom is getting ready to fall, man.
That's right.
You know,
Luke 9:57, and it came to pass that as they went in the way, a certain man said unto him, Lord, I will follow thee whithersoever thou goest. And Yahushua said unto him, Foxes have holes, and birds of the air have nests, but the Son of Man have not where to lay his head.
So Yahushua was already like a pilgrim on the earth. You know, he was going to and fro, doing the work, man. All right, go ahead.
Okay. In the scripture, verse 59, and he said unto another, Follow me. But he said, Lord, suffer me first to go and bury my father.
So the man asked him, you know, how should I say, follow me? So man was like, cool, there's no problem. But first, let me go bury my father. And this what Yahushua said, man.
Right. If I can just add, you know, and this is literal. This is it's not symbolic, because Edomites will come on the screen or the comment boards and say that wasn't literal, that was symbolic. Verse 60. Yahushua said unto him, Let the dead bury their dead.
Man, let the dead bury their dead, man. All right, let the spiritual dead bury the physical dead, man. All right. We got work to do, man.
That's right.
We can't be concerned in all that, man. Damn that friend. Damn the burial ceremony. I told you to follow me, man. And that's when Yahushua comes and sups with you, man. He's telling you to follow him. When Yahushua knocking on that door, all right, you ain't got time to go play Family Guy, man. When he knock on that door, you need to open immediately and follow him, man.
That's right, bro.
You know.
But go thou and preach the kingdom of the Most High.
But go down and preach the kingdom of the Most High, man. That was the priority. Because at the end of the day, that man, if he follow Yahushua, his father will come back, man. Probably one of his kids or something. But his father will come back in the righteous kingdom, man. That's what we are part of, building a spiritual foundation. All right, for our people, and ushering in the kingdom, man, for our people, man. Even the 2/3 that's gonna die. We're Lord willing, we are part of those men who are laying the foundation for the kingdom. That even when those 2/3 die, that they can come back into that kingdom that the men are laboring to lay their foundation for, man. So when they try to say we preach hate, we really nothing but love, man. Nothing but love. We doing this so the whole nation, man. We only concerned about the elect now because the scripture told us to be concerned about the elect right now. All right, he told Jeremiah, pray not for these people. You know, I think you brought it out the other day. 11:4.
Yeah.
Come 11. The Lord told us not to be concerned about the whole nation right now, man. It wasn't our decision. The Lord told Ezra, look, don't worry about those people, man, because you read 2 Ezra 7 and 8, Ezra just pleading for the whole nation, those whole 2 chapters, man. And the angel of the Most High had to tell him, man, look, don't worry about those people, man. All right, they look, famine, sword, all is prepared for those people, man. But for you, a city is prepared where rest is allowed, man. You know, paradise is prepared for you. You know, so that's the mind frame that we in, man. Not being harsh, you know, but that just is what it is, man. Yahweh Shema Shai is a serious, straight to the point type of guy, man.
Right.
That's why his word offends people, man.
Right.
You know.
Jeremiah 11:14 states, therefore, pray not thou for this people, neither lift up a cry or prayer for them.
This the Most High talk to Jeremiah, man.
Mm-hmm.
So if you say, "Oh, they harsh, y'all words are offensive," and you know you got to be more gentle. No, man, it's straight to the point, man. You know. Go ahead.
All right. Back into the scripture states, neither lift up a cry or prayer for them.
We're not even supposed to pray for them, man. All right, that's a commandment of the Most High, man.
Right.
Don't even pray for them, man. You know.
For I would not hear them in the time that they cry unto me for their trouble.
He will not hear them. In Jacob's trouble, he not gonna hear those people, man. All right, when you read the Book of Lamentations, you see how harsh it was. How Yahweh Shema Shai let the Babylonians have their way with Israel, man. All right, with the kingdom of Judah, man. And it's gonna happen again in the daughter of Babylon, man. All right, when he let Esau have his way with 2/3 of those people, man. All right, that's just gonna be what it's gonna be, man. You know.
I got one. Jeremiah 14:11. Then said Yahweh Hashem Yahushua to me, pray not for this people for their good.
Come. You know, told him again.
Mm-hmm.
Because you had the prophets. You know, Moses was always mediating for the children of Israel. Mm-hmm. You know, the Most High told Moses, get out the way. I'm finna kill all of them. I'm going to make you a great nation. Mm-hmm. He was going to restart Israel with Moses. Mm-hmm. But Moses pleaded for Israel, man.
Right.
You know, but now we in the time when the Most High said, look, forget it. I gave him chance, I changed. My arm stretched out still. They ain't want to pay attention. It's gonna, and when Jacob trouble hit, that's gonna be the point of no return, man. All right, those people gonna get what's appointed to them, man. Okay. You know, we just pray that we're not part of the number, man.
All right, one more, verse 12. When they fast, I will not hear their cry, and when they offer burnt offering and an oblation, I will not accept them. But I will consume them by the sword, and by the famine, and by the pestilence.
Come, man. Jacob trouble, man.
Come.
All right. That's going to get ready to happen again, man, on a way grander scale, because this the worst time since time was, man. You know?
All right. Back in Luke 9, chapter 9. Today. Verse 61. And another also said, Lord, I will follow thee, but let me first go bid them farewell, which are at home in my house.
So we had another one say, I'll follow thee, but let me go bid them farewell. You know, let me go kiss my mom on the cheek. You know, hug my kid and wife. Mm-hmm. You know.
Verse 62, and Yahushua said unto him, no man having put his hand to the plow and looking back is fit for the kingdom of the Most High.
And no man putting his hand to the plow looking back is fit for the kingdom. How about Shema Shai, man? All right, once we take on to the plow, we can't look back and get engulfed, man, with these worldly affairs, man. Mm-hmm. You know, it's time to just push, man. You know, you really, like we said earlier, man, you just going through the motion, man. Yeah. You know.
Luke 21 and 35.
I started 34.
34? Yeah. No problem. Luke 21:34. And take heed to yourselves, lest at any time your hearts be overcharged with surfeiting.
Yeah, surfeiting.
Surfeiting and drunkenness and cares of this life.
And cares of this life, man. All right, so take heed to yourself, man. Don't get overwhelmed with the cares of this life, man. All right, the drunkenness, the over partying, and also going to the philosophy, man. You know, so you gotta take heed to make sure that you don't be overcharged, all right, overwhelmed with the cares of this life, man. You know?
And so that day come upon you unawares.
And so that day come upon you unawares, man. All right, that thief is coming, man.
That's right.
And all the people that are engulfed and entangled in these worldly in these worldly cares, man, your day-to-day cares of this life, man. You know, stuff, everything, all this vanity, man. All right, so we're not engulfed in it, man. We're staying focused. We watching every move as far as the truth movement, as far as the chip, as far as the economy. Brothers are on watch, you know, so that they don't come on us unaware, man.
Verse 35, for as a snare shall it come on all them that dwell on the face of the whole earth.
Come, man, for as a snare. All them it's gonna come on all them dwell on the face of the earth, man. Like we was in Memphis yesterday, you know, all they concerned about is just if the Grizzlies gonna win the playoff game. Concerts, they don't care about what's going on geopolitically according and how it's relating to the prophecies of the scriptures, man. You know. But we are on our watch, man. You know, but the whole world, the majority of the planet Earth it's gonna be a snare to them, man. You know.
What chapter is that?
Which one? 21. Yeah, 36 is the last one.
All right. Luke 21 and 36. Watch ye therefore and pray always that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass and to stand before the Son of Man.
Come, man. All right, so we are watch, you know, because we're summoned to be watchmen, man. All right, paying attention, man, to what's going on, man. You know, from local to national news, man. You know, we're required to be watchmen, man, and pray. You know, I say watch as well as pray. You know, that we may be counted worthy, man, so we can escape all these things that are coming, man. You know, say like the brother read earlier, man, haste to flee from these times, man. Yeah, how about Shema Shah gonna take care of everything else, man? Alright, if the Lord if the Lord want somebody you love your family to take a headshot, that's what it's gonna be, man. Ain't nothing you can do. Alright, if you gonna take a headshot, it's just what it's gonna be. Ain't nothing you can do, man. So ain't no sense of worrying about it, being emotional, you know, because you know we gonna judge. Lord willing, we those men, man. We gonna judge the earth, man. You know, we're not gonna be judging with emotions, man. So it's time, you know, to shake that, you know, throw your emotions to the side, man, and just dwell in the spirit, man, and be about the Father business, man. You know, and let it play out how it's gonna play out, man. What it say in Matthew? With one thought, with worrying, can you add a cubit to your height? You know, so ain't no sense of worrying about it, man. You know, the birds neither reap nor sow, but they eat every day. So ain't no sense of worrying, man. You know.
I got a quick one. Go ahead. Revelation 3 and 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation.
Come on, man. All right, and that's how Shah speaking, man.
That's right.
So he said we keep the words, all right, the words of this book, man. His ways, exalting his name, exalting the name of him and his father, Yahweh Shah. All right, and we keep this word, man. He gonna keep us from the hour of temptation, man. That's the only thing we got power with. We can't control what he gonna do with our family or our friends or the people we grew up with. We can't control it, man. You know, we can just control our life, you know, through the spirit. You know, Yahweh Shema Shah, man. We just, you know, can be concerned with our life, man, because everything is through his will, man. Man going to the Lord, man.
The Lord will, if you remain active by the spirit that Yahweh Shema Shah applies on you, then your family will be saved anyway, man. And like the brother said, and if not, hey, you'll get them back. You know, so it's guaranteed a win-win. All right, a little more. Which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth.
Man, the whole world gonna get tried, man. All right, going to that chip. That chip gonna be applied. Going that chip. All right, is gonna be forced upon all small and great, rich and poor, bond and free. He's gonna try the whole earth, man. That's gonna be the moment. That's gonna be the moment. You make your decision. You believe in this system, or you believe in Yahweh Shema Shai, man. And only, like the brother said, only the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai can make you not take that chip, man. You know? But that was it. Yeah.
Hey, hope y'all ratified. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honor to the apostles and the elders. Salutations to you, sincere brothers, teaching and truth. Shalom.
Shalom.